Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test, now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Ayo, Jay. Ayo, Jay.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
Test. Whoa, there we are. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And sometimes, guys, we go live during the Bitcoin halving, which is going to be going down in about 2 hours. Are we going to pump? Are we going to dump? Or are the charts just completely chopped up and nobody knows? So we're going to break it down in tonight's live stream, guys. I want to talk about the possibilities of getting a break to the upside or a break to the downside. To be honest, not much has changed. The charts are a complete mess, but I'm going to try to clear it up for the Mafia and let you guys know what my thoughts are as we are flipping a key level of resistance to support, which could potentially point to some more upside, but there is a whole lot of caveats that may wind up just be pointing in the opposite direction. But I'm going to try to simplify it and break it down and make it super, super easy for you guys to understand. So with all that being said, don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get will add to the giveaways that we're going to be doing at the end of the stream. Shout out to Crypto Maxi. Said, Frankie, my #1 chooch. That is crazy. Shout out to Crypto Maxi. Yo, chooch is the best word ever. Funny enough, people, I believe Cheech is a nickname for Frank. My grandfather used to call me Cheech. Hey, Cheech, what's going on? And then I used to think, like, are you calling me a chooch? Is a chooch sounds like a bad word? I don't know. But anyway, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the chart. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Smash that like button. We're going to be doing some crypto giveaways at the end of this stream tonight. The more likes, the more giveaways. So don't forget to smash that like button. And let's say what's up to the Mafia before we jump into these charts. Shout out to Stupid Bitcoin. We're gonna talk. We gotta fix that, man. We gotta fix that to the intelligent Bitcoin. Shout out to Stupid Bitcoin. I appreciate you for being in here. Shout out to French Toaster. We got Danny in the chat. Let's go. What is going on, bro? Al Jr. Shout out to you. We got Crypto Sniper. We got Nikki or Nick T in the house. What is going on, bro? We got All Set. Andy Lee. What is going on? We got Matt in the chat. Didn't mean to rhyme. I'm not a rapper, though. Shout out to you, brother. We got Elionics. All Set. We got Melissa representing the female Candle Mafia. Shout out to Jessica, our female Candle Mafia representative. We also got Jay Gilly. And last, but certainly not least, we got Pennywise, French Toaster, and a crowd favorite, Dave Digital. Don't forget to show our mod some love in the chat, guys. And with all that being said, we got a lot to talk about here. So let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's get into it. So here we are, guys. And the charts are a mess. I'll be honest with you guys, right? There are many reasons to be looking for a move to the upside. And first off, what I want to do is I want to start off here on our, just looking at our price action and our volume profile. As you guys know, this has been the general volume profile that we have been looking at for the past weeks. And as you guys know, we had simply slipped below this volume profile, and we did put some bullish confirmations in down here. But really, the thing that I am looking at for a potential move to the upside is this very important flip of key resistance into support. As you guys know, over the past week or so, we've been looking at this kind of zone of resistance between about 64,500 64,500 was the old value area low. This was what we were looking at when the range was pulled all the way up here. 64.7, 64.8, 64.5. Obviously, this level moves over time based off the volume profile, but this was our key level of resistance that we needed to flip into support in order to see a bigger move up for Bitcoin. And if we pull our volume profile to the current price action, you guys can see right here that we are currently flipping this value area low potentially into support. And this is extremely important, guys, because if we are able to maintain, whoops, let me go ahead and redo that. Hang on one sec. Let me just go ahead and grab this. I don't know why that happened. But if we are able to decisively hold above this level and hold it as support, guys, this could potentially give us a move up to that POC of the range. Now, the reason I am not just instantly looking for a move to the POC and then flip that POC to support and a move to the value area high is simply because, as you guys know, on the higher time frames, our money flow is simply coming to the downside. Now, our 4-hour is starting to peak back into the green, but the VWAP is coming down, looking to print a red dot, which is likely to pull this back into the red. And like I said, guys, the charts are an absolute mess. I was talking to the premium Discord earlier about this today. I am simply, other than my longer term trades, I'm simply not interested in trading this right now. As you know, it is extremely choppy, right? Because we see this money flow crossover into the red, which would indicate the trend to the downside would continue to the trend will continue to the downside. However, now we're getting a crossover into the green, but then our VWAP is crossing over into the over the zero line, looking for a red dot, which is likely to pull that back into the red. This is something I am not interested in trading, or at least when looking at the indicators. I am simply just focusing more on the key levels and the price action right now. And the price action is telling me, guys, if we are able to stay above this level, we could. This is our best chance, if any, to get a move up to that point of control. And if we flip flip that POC, we do have another level up here that I am going to be paying close attention to. But if we're able to flip the POC and that level 2 support, that is where I'd be looking up for a move to the value area high. But again, things are very unclear. If we come on over to the daily time frame, obviously our money flow on the daily is definitely not in a bullish scenario. Obviously, we are getting the green dot. However, if this money flow continues to the downside, we are going to likely see a continued trend back down to some lower prices. I'm not necessarily going to cover those lower prices because we've looked at them like 114 times this week. $52,000 to $51,000 is that next level I'd be watching. But again, that's not very significant. Obviously, we are going to be looking potentially even lower, down to about $42,000, and that is only if we wind up breaking these range lows. Now, and I will pull up those the lower levels that are more local to us. I guess I should say local, lower local. I will bring up the more local lower level, the more lower local levels. That's a tongue twister if I've ever heard one. But I will bring up those local levels here beneath us. But again, I think we know the next major zones are between 51, 52, and then about $42,000 near this area of consolidation. And we've been looking at the VPVR, and here we are once again trying to save this as default and get rid of the value area high, the POC, and the value area low. But you can see here, right? We have the high volume node, 51, 52, and then this whole zone here between about $44,000 and $40,000 even is going to be kind of your next area. If things start to get really, really bloody, this would be a level that I would definitely be interested in watching on the way down as we have this area of consolidation. But as it stands right now, guys, this daily is binarily bearish. If we are just looking at the charts, we are just looking at market cipher, we're looking at the money flow, and I was not taking into account that we had the halving happening in 2 hours, or the geopolitical situations that are, those tensions are rising and rising and rising. If I was not keeping that in mind, this is a bearish daily chart in my opinion, which would indicate a lackluster move to the upside before putting in a lower high and continuing down. And here we are, guys. You saw me fight my chair the other day. Here we are with this thing just trying to cause more problems. I'm just gonna body slam this thing right now. Okay, there we go. You see how bouncy this chair is, guys? Like, this is not my legs bouncing. This is my feet off the ground. I'm sitting on basically a bouncy ball. But anyway, hopefully this thing does not just. It only happens when I'm live. It knows when I'm live. It just trolls me. But. Obviously, it is going to be more likely, based off the money flow here, to put in a lower high and continue the move to the downside to potentially see some of those lower levels hit. However, again, with the halving, we don't know what's going to happen right now. One thing I can almost promise, and there's not oftentimes that I promise things on this live stream, and that is that there is likely a big move incoming, whether it comes to the downside or the upside is a completely different story. But as of right now, based off the volume profiles, guys, flipping this key level to support is going to be very, very important. And as soon as we're able to decisively hold this as support, I am going to be looking for the bigger move to the upside with great caution as, if we pull our Fibonacci retracement from this high all the way down to the low, I'm just going to pull it to this low wick here. You can see we do have perfect confluence right on that golden pocket POC. So this is going to be an extremely key level to get above, as this is going to be, honestly, between the 786 and the golden pocket is going to be a very likely place to put the lower high in if we are going to see that daily money flow continue to the downside. This is going to be the danger zone, in my opinion, to put in a macro lower high, break these lows, and then come down to some of our other key levels, which I know we have the local lower levels right down here, but it could potentially start the bigger move down. And remember, we have these gigantic volume gaps sitting. That is not what I wanted to do. We have these gigantic volume gaps sitting just below this range. So if we do break these lows, things could get very exciting. And by exciting, I mean to the downside. So with that being said, I will just say this is going to be a big level to watch on the way up. And that is why I'm saying that the POC is not necessarily the level I want to see flipped into support here. Rather, I would much rather see that 786 flip to support to indicate that next move to the upside, again, bringing you to that value area high. And again, guys, nothing has really changed since yesterday, and other than the fact that the halving is about to happen. But I'll be honest with you guys. If we go back in time and we go ahead and we go check out where those halvings have taken place in the past, I'll pull up the cycle chart here just so we can have all the halvings marked out. Pull up the Bitstamp chart, bada boom. Okay, let's zoom out, go to the weekly. And you can see here, if we go ahead and take a look at previous halvings, not much has really happened, right? Or I shouldn't say not much has happened, but I will say there's nothing really that we could take away from studying the history, in my opinion, right? It's kind of just unpredictable because we had a halving right here around, May 2020. And what happened, right? Like the halving happened. We kind of came down, then we kind of came up, then we kind of came down, then we kind of came up, then we kind of came down, and then we just went off into the parabolic bull run, right? And then back here, you could see we had the halving, a little bit of a pullback. This was probably a pretty scary, and then parabolic bull run. And then back here, this was obviously a very different market at the time. This is back in 2012. But simply put, halving happened, kind of just went sideways, then parabolic bull run. So the only thing that we can really take away from studying these previous halvings is that typically, shortly after the halving, we see months of parabolic activity to the upside for Bitcoin. However, there's really not much to say about the price action as and right after it happens. Sometimes we pull back, sometimes we go sideways. There's really nothing to kind of take away from it, right? So for that reason, I'm not really trying to take any wild guesses, right? I know there's a lot of people out there saying like, oh, the halving's happening, we're definitely going to dump, we're definitely going to pump. I'm not, based off history, based off the analysis, based off the statistical outcome of the past, there's no way to really put a higher percentage off one thing happening than the other. It's kind of just like random price action. The only thing that is really very consistent is that we have many months of parabolic upward motion for Bitcoin after the halving. But as far as a local price action, there's really nothing to take away from it. So for that reason, I am simply trading the volume profile here, right? Now, I am holding my longs from lower, but I was telling the premium Discord, if I were not holding those longs from lower, I would probably be pretty interested in finding an entry down here to potentially catch a long from the value area low, all the way up to the POC, and then above that 786 to the value area high. However, I am sitting on my hands, guys. I'm kind of happy to go into the weekend, let price action do its thing. I'm not really interested in any fresh trades right now. Again, if I was not in my longs, I would definitely be looking for a potential long position down here to, ride this up to the POC and value area high. But because I'm holding my longs from lower, I'm just sitting on my hands, and I'm waiting for the higher probability setups because the 4-hour here, generally, we have the 4-hour bullish divergence, right? This oftentimes, when money flow is coming up, oftentimes marks a significant bottom. And do we have money flow coming up? Well, technically we do, right? Obviously, we are kind of crossing over into the green right now, but like I said, once this red dot prints, we could wind up seeing that come back into the red. So it's kind of a washy signal for me. So that's why I'm not really that excited to jump into a position right now. And again, most of that reasoning is because I would be more worried about, not worried, but I'd be more focused on trying to find a short entry rather than a long entry because I am already hedged long to the max, right? I am only holding long positions. So if we do get a move up to this POC and we get some bearish confirmations, this is simply where I'll be looking for the short. And then if we get above that 786, I will simply be treating this as a volume profile. And as we deviate above that value area high, depending on how crazy this gets, we could potentially look for short positions to eventually come down and take these lows. Now, here's the thing. You guys will remember, over the past few days, I've been talking about our key levels to the downside. And just real quick, guys, this range right here, this golden pocket, POC, just to give you guys a numerical value on this, $67,234 and $66,798. That's kind of the first place I would be looking for the lower high. And then if we get above that, just understand you could put it in on this entire zone. But I'll probably be looking at these as two separate levels. But just in general, that lower high, remember, between that 786 golden pocket zone is very likely, if we are going to get the lower high and come down, this is likely where, in my opinion, it would come in. So I'm more focused on looking for shorts than longs simply because of my personal situation, right? And that is just that I'm in all longs. So I'm not really concerned. Like if I take another long here, it's like how many longs can I be in, right? So now with that being said, I'm going to take these off the chart temporarily just to, and here we are again. Let me open up a new live stream chart. Like, what is this? What is this? At TradingView. What is going on here? Oh, shout out to Wick589. Happy birthday, bro. Let's go. That was the wrong button. Shout out to Wick589. Happy birthday, bro. Let's go. I hope you have the best day ever, bro. You are an absolute OG of this YouTube channel, and shout out to you, man. I don't know how old you're turning, but you don't look a day over 21. So shout out to you, bro. But yeah, shout out to that. Let's see a happy birthday for Wick in the chat. Absolute OG of the channel. But as we look here, I don't know why this is broken, but let's come on over to this chart. And here's the thing, right? Let's take a look at our lower range. Let me actually pull this up, hide this, and let's hide that, get rid of this. And let's come up to a higher time frame. Bada boom. Bear with me. This will all make sense in just a second. And here we are, right? So we do have these lower rates. There we go. Let's go. Shout out to Wick. But yeah, Wick says, Jay, happy birthday, man. Wait, hang on. Jay, are you talking about Jay Gilly? Jay Gilly, is it your birthday too? Let me know in the chat, bro. But guys, as we look here, let me get rid of some of these levels. Obviously, you know, we have this wick down here, and this is something we've been looking at for quite some time. We have this SFP wick at $59,088. Speaking of wick 589, we have this wick down here at $59,088. Now, if we were to come down and tap that level when we dumped here, I would have definitely been looking for a fresh long position, as this is our next key zone of support that I am comfortable looking for longs. And simply put, we front ran that level, so it was no trade for me. And I do think, guys, that there is a possibility to still come down and grab this wick and potentially tap this value area low, right? This is why I'm like not really necessarily like super interested in trades. I have not hit any of my key levels for new longs, so I don't take the trade, right? But even if we were to come back up, I would still be suspicious, guys. There is a lot of liquidity sitting down here that is likely to, potentially get swept, right? So even if we do come up, that's why I'm still interested in those long positions, because money flow on the higher time frames is pointing to the downside. There's really no argument there. Now, here's the thing. Daily money flow is clearly coming to the downside, right? Like green dot, what would you expect here? Simply put, you would expect a lackluster bounce to the upside to put in a lower high and then break those lows, right? Then you look at the 16-hour, which is now crossing back over into the green, and then the 12-hour, these were previously very bearish money flow, but now they're crossing back over into the green. And this is why things are so sketchy right now and why I'm being so picky with the setups, because things are washed up. 12 and the 16-hour money flow crossing into the green now when they were just crossing into the red, but then the daily still is on its way into crossing into the red. It's just a complete mess. So for that reason, I am just simply using this for context. We come down here, still looking for longs. That plan remains exactly the same. If we get a move back up to the into this value area and we do hold support here, like I said, this is technically a long setup for me. Not that I would just enter blindly right now, but tapping this value. I mean, what do we look for here, guys? Right? Honestly, you do have the bullish divergence on the 4-hour. Right? Lower lows on your price action, higher lows on your momentum waves, and then once you get above there, flip it to support. That's oftentimes where you fill at least up to the PLC, if not the value area high. So if you're looking at that, there is a long to be had here, right? There is a reason to be looking for upside, especially with that money flow crossover into the green. But then the deeper you look into things, the more fuzzy those confirmations become. So I'm simply not interested, and I'll just hold my longs from lower. And if we break out, great. If we come up and I find a short position, I am much more interested in taking that. Because again, if I get stopped out of that short at a small loss, I'm simply just going to have price come up, and I'll continue to get paid out on my longs from much, much lower at around $40,000. So that's how I'm handling the charts right now. And, hopefully going back in time and just going over those previous halvings, guys, like hopefully that kind of shows you that, there's really no consistency here with the halvings other than the, a bunch of months after we get that big move to the upside. But locally, there's really no consistency between these halvings. Like sometimes we dump, sometimes we pump, and sometimes we go sideways. And when that is the situation, I sit on my dang hands. So with all that being said, pretty quick update here on Bitcoin, guys. Like, we've just been kind of meandering around in this zone for so long, and now finally we are seeing that bounce. So I do think locally, what I want to see here, guys, is I want to see this 4-hour red dot play out. Once this 4-hour red dot prints, that is where I would be comfortable looking for another long entry. And again, by saying that, I don't mean actually. Like, I'm not going to take that long for the reasons I just said. But I'm just saying, if I were looking for a long, the fact that we're flipping this value area low, I'd like to see this red dot print. Maybe it pulls us back a little bit. And this is one of those situations where if you are looking for a long, like if I were going to take this trade, I'm either like risking it, entering aggressively, and then anticipating a little pullback, and I'll just I'll just take that drawdown and hold, or I would simply risk missing a move up and then wait for that red dot. In this specific case, I'd probably wait for the red dot on the 4-hour. Maybe that pulls us back a little bit. You could enter in on a retest and then look to get back into the range and come back to the high. But just understand, if you did that, you are at risk if it just winds up coming up here, right? So just understand that. But other than that, guys, like the levels remain exactly the same. And, technically from yesterday, this would be good. This would be like a good sign, right? I just hate that we front ran this wick. I'm very skeptical of this wick at $59,088. So we get some kind of random rip down here. Just know that SFP wick is sitting right there. We front ran it by just a little bit. So keep that in mind too. But other than that, guys, things remain the same. I'm letting things play out over the weekend. Maybe we come up, then I'll look for a short. If we come back down and we hit my key levels, I'll look for a long. Other than that, I'm letting this thing shake out and do its thing, to be quite honest with you. But anyway, shout out. Yo, let's go. Shout out to Tom Crown in the chat. What is going on, bro? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you, bro. He says 420 2024. Let's go. Shout out to Tom Crown. I'll be honest, Tom. I am a little disappointed in Bitcoin, bro. Like, this halving's about to happen in 2 hours. It couldn't have squeaked a little bit later to happen on the actual meme date of 420. Bitcoin, the memeiest financial asset you could possibly think of or possibly have. Church Candles. Yo, shout out to Tom Crown, bro. Church Candles is crazy. Shout out to Tom, guys. Go check out his channel. I'm sure most of you guys are already subscribed to him. But if you are not, I don't know what you are doing if you're not subscribed to Tom Crown's channel. Shout out to Tom, bro. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. It'll be 420 somewhere. That's actually true, OM Duke. You are 100% correct. But, guys, with all that being said, we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin here. And like I said, if you're here for the quick analysis, this value area low, which now currently sits at $63,750, is the key level we need to hold above in order to continue the move to the upside to that POC. And if we break back down below, I wouldn't mind a temporary low time frame break of this level, but really I would like to see continued 4-hour candle closes above here to indicate that move to the POC. So there you go. But with all that being said, guys, go ahead and drop your altcoins in the chat if you want us to take a look at them. Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes and let us know what we're looking at, and then we'll take a look at the altcoins. But first off, let's go ahead and start off. Let's go ahead and start. Yo, chat going nuts right now. Let's go ahead and start off with Ethereum or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it, going down to the 1 minute. We are pamping on the 1 minute. Let's go. 1 minute money flow crossover into the green. Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. Like, I've taken 2 degenerate trades this week. They both got stopped out. Other than that, like, I have not really traded much this week. I have no problem letting this kind of shake out. And to be clear, if you had 4-hour bullish divergences here, and the higher time frames didn't look like they look right now, this would kind of be a no-brainer long for me. But because of the choppy money flow on the medium time frames and the sketchy, choppy money flow on the higher time frames, I'm just not as confident just like calling. Because, like, the confirmations are there. Simply put, when you trade the volume profiles, you short at the deviations on the high, long on the deviations of the low. Obviously, with your confirmations, you don't just blindly do this. But this is a no-brainer, right? As you deviate below this low, this is where you're looking for long positions. This is considered an undervalued asset, right? This is where you're looking to ride it back into the value area low, flip it to support, and get the move back up, especially if you could get the 4-hour bullish divergences with money flow coming back up. But what I'd rather see here, the reason this is not that strong, in my opinion, not that it's not strong, but the reason it's not as clear as it could be is because I really like to see the money flow be in the red for a little bit here and then smoothly come up like that. But we kind of just faked out into the red here, which I don't really love. But if we're just going by TA, like, that would be likely, in my opinion. But again, this isn't a typical setup. We're in very choppy, so not very likely in this case. But if it was just like a general setup and the market was not in the situation it's in right now, this would be a very high probability long. Like, if you guys seen the live stream, like, typically when we see this happen, it's like, if we hold above this, guys, we're going to the moon. But we're just not in a confident situation, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Okay, altcoins are in, and okay, spam those altcoins as you guys wish. And before Rob counts up the vote and lets us know what we're looking at, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, which is still holding its key level, which is the weekly naked point of control, sitting at 29.50. As long as we're able to maintain above this level, I would be looking for something very similar. And let me get rid of some of these levels. And I'm going to mark this out as a separate value area. Bada boom, bada bing. And don't forget, guys, we are going to be doing the giveaways at the end of the stream. So we're going to go through, Rob, let's do like 4. Let's do 4 altcoins. I'll do ETH and XRP right now, and then let's do like 4 altcoin requests, and then we'll roll into the giveaways, and maybe Bitcoin will pump or dump in the middle of us doing all that. So let's go ahead and see here, right? So I would be looking at something very, very similar here on Ethereum. Actually, I'll leave those levels there. But simply put, what do we have here? A deviation below our range between $3,760 and about $3,200. And we deviate below the low. This is where you'd be looking for your long confirmations. Nice backup support here on the weekly naked point of control. If we do continue up, your key level to flip to support is 100% going to be this value area low at $3,200. Once you get above there, flip this decisively to support. That's what will open the door to the POC. Flip that to support. Get a move up to the value area high, which would obviously be very, very key resistance. So that is what I'd be looking at on Ethereum. Very simple. I mean, nothing has changed, right? Like, this has just been a boring week, a boring, confusing, mixed signal week as we just kind of chopped around here all week, and nothing has really changed. Simply put, looking to flip that value area up to the high. With also understanding, very similar to Bitcoin, if you get a move into that POC 786, this would be potentially, right, because remember, money flow looks very similar on Ethereum as it does on Bitcoin. Money flow coming out on the daily. What would this make us anticipate? Simply put, a lackluster bounce to the upside before putting in a lower high and then continuing down. Now, if that were to happen, the areas that I would be looking at for the lower high would be this golden pocket between 34.17 and 33.89, as well as the 786 POC confluence, putting slight emphasis on that 786 POC just because of the confluence. But these would be the two levels that I would think are likely for the lower high. So these are the levels I'd be very, very careful on. Other than that, though, you're just looking at this as a typical volume profile. So there you go. And that's basically all we're looking at on Ethereum. Same situation we were in yesterday. All right, let's see. Bada boom. Shout out to Bill Jack. I don't know. I can't see that fully. Shout out to you. Says BTC to 80K. Let's go. Send it, baby. Send it. Dave Digital's going, not XRP, not XRP, not XRP. Shout out to Dave Digital, and shout out to the 1,234 people tuned in right now. Smash that like button if you're finding any of this valuable. And if you're not finding it valuable, smash the like button anyway. If you like babies or puppies. But let's see. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. And I'll be honest with you guys, in order to see a bigger move up here, like I said, not unlikely if we hold above this value area low to get the bigger move up. But here's the thing, right? We could simply, in order to get like a massive, massive, massive move to the upside, we got to get a crazy fake out on the daily money flow, which again, at this point in where we are in the cycle is somewhat likely in my opinion. But like binarily looking at market cipher, this is a bearish money flow, right? There's just no getting around that. Until it winds up coming up and starts to break these lower highs, like this is just bearish money flow. And it would have to make us anticipate a lackluster bounce to the upside with a lower high and a bigger move down. Doesn't mean that we cannot break out to go to much higher prices like Billy just said, or Bill, like we can't. It's not that we can't get to 80K. It's just that if we did, we really need to see this money flow yank back to the upside. Otherwise, just based off I don't want to be the guy that doesn't call for the higher prices, but the charts are the things that are calling it, not me. I'm just here presenting the information. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. It'll be 4:20 in UTFC time. Shout out to Crypto and Yogurt. Good to see you, bro. Out here doing the work of the God's work out here, figuring out where it's going to be 4:20. Let's go. Shout out to Gen Z, said first time having here. LFG feels like a special day. I know it does kind of feel like feels like Bitcoin's birthday. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on. Yeah, S&P is flushing hard. We were talking about this in the premium Discord live stream earlier today. Yeah, S&P coming down. This is like not the This is not the best look, to be honest with you guys. But hey, Bitcoin's kind of chilling. Like Bitcoin's kind of doing well compared to the S&P, to be honest. Greetings from Holland. Shout out to Daniel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you from tuning in all the way from Holland. I appreciate that, brother. Let's see. Okay, bada boom. We still got some altcoins coming in. But there you go, guys. Like simply put, Ethereum just still looking almost exactly the same. dealing with this volume profile up here. If we lose this low, weekly naked point of control, this remains the same level that we've been looking at all week, 26.26. If we get a bigger move down, that would be your next key level. But I will be honest with you, like on the medium, like look at your 4-hour money flow coming back up. VWAP coming down just like on Bitcoin, but I don't think it's impossible to at least get a move back up to your POC. And then I would reassess the situation at that point, right? I don't think it's unlikely to get back above this value area low and get a move up to this POC. And if we did get up there, this is where I'm saying, hey, are we getting bearish confirmations? Because if we are, I'm happy to take shorts up here. But if we aren't, maybe that is the thing that will give us the likelihood of that money flow fake out on the higher time frames coming up to the and pushing us up to that value area high. Shout out to Elionics, just dropping those when calves. Shout out to Crypto Billy, letting everybody know that we're going to be showing a little bit of. They do call the Bitcoin halving. Some people call it the halvening. I call it, and the Mafia usually calls it the calvening. So shout out to all the calves out there. I'm actually always doing calf raises, but you guys just can't see it. That's how I keep the calves juice, and I will be showing a little skin later. I'm just kidding, YouTube. Well, I'm not kidding, but it's G-rated skin. It's just a calf. It's a baby cow. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's go ahead and take a look at XRP real quick, and then hopefully we the calvening. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at XRP real quick. Bada boom. This is not the chart I want to see. This is the chart we want to see. Let's come up to the daily, zoom out. Or is it this one? No. Okay, so bear with me, guys. Did I hide this? That's why I hit it. I was going to say, where'd the upper range go? So simply put here, guys, XRP just respecting the levels, right? XRP has remained the same for months. For literally since we got this fake out in July, right? So literally, come on. There we go. So like literally, it's so long. It's so long. Literally since July 2023. Like we're creeping up on almost a year of just being completely sideways. I can't believe that was almost a year ago. I mean, we're kind of far. We're barely in April here, but like this has been in Boarfest for so long. And the key level remains the same. Value area low sitting at 62 cents. This is the level that we have to flip to support. If we cannot get above this level and flip it to support, we are not going to see big moves up for XRP, right? And you can see as soon as you lose it decisively and it doesn't want to go back up, big move down, right? Where's your support come in? Previous value area high, not, uncommon. But for the most part, like we still, we don't even really look at XRP anymore because the situation's always the same. Like, if we get a move up here, like, you still got to get back above here decisively to open up the door to the POC and the value. Weekly naked points of control up here between $1 at about $1, right? So we get above here, flip this to support. Next stop is going to be the POC. Flip the POC. This is probably going to be very key resistance between $1.03 and $1.09. But at the end of the day, you are simply just on your way to that value area high of the range, sitting at about $1.28, $1.29. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, Frankie, does it look like we're about to get that big blast to the upside? And I would have to argue, based off market cipher, money flow on the daily in the red, VWAP rolling over. There's nothing really to me that is saying this is primed to blast off to $1.29. Right? This money flow crossover into the red would indicate that the downtrend is likely to continue lower, right? The money flow indicates the longer term trend. So, yeah, could you get a bounce locally here? Probably. Your money flow on your 4-hour doesn't even really look that good. 2-hour money flow in the green, VWAP coming down. Yeah, XRP looks boring as usual. If we do get a move up, key resistance still remains here. Your ceiling is still there, unfortunately. So, yeah, just nothing really. Your weekly VWAP does look like it could bottom out here. So, scalps, you could even look at this. Let me just go ahead and just hide all of this. You could go ahead and potentially even look at this range, right? If I were scalping XRP, I'd probably be looking at this range right here. And you could potentially look for scalp longs from the low to the high of this local range. But as far as big moves for XRP, got to get above 63 cents or I am just not interested in looking for a big move up. Yeah, potentially you could look at this local range between, like we're trying to fight. We just got back above this value area low at 50 cents. If we hold this to support, could potentially, if you pull up your VPVR locally, for the 277th time. Save that as default, like we do every day. But you do have a pretty good gap up here to this little area of consolidation. So, listen, I am not putting this on the chart because this is a long that I would take. I'm just using this to show kind of where you could look for this to go, right? If you were trading this as a volume profile, you have to have confirmations, right? You can't just blindly long this. But if you did have confirmations, like this could be a potential long from the value area low to the POC and value area high. But again, where's the high of this range? It's literally that key resistance level, this high volume node that you have to flip to support to get the real big move up. So maybe I'd be interested in like, I don't even know if you would call this a scalp necessarily, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a 28% move, but in the grand scheme of things, this is the local range I would look at on XRP. You hold above this level, could look for a move up to the high. However, money flow on the daily still looks bearish. So take that for what it's worth. Oh, my God, the altcoins are still coming in. Unbelievable. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. You watched an old video of Abraham Lincoln doing TA on XRP, and it was in the same range. Don't fact check me. Yo, shout out to Jay Gilly. Yo, Abraham, it was a big XRP guy, believe it or not, back in the day. Shout out to Yasser, says, talk about BTC. If you go to the beginning of the stream, we checked out BTC. Just scrub to the beginning of the stream. Shout out to Clay the Great. What is going on, bro? Said, AVAX, look at that gap from here to the next levels. Let's see. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Just 11 blocks left. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Billy keeping us updated on that halving. Let's go. Yo, shout out to Date Digital said, I specifically asked you not to look at XRP. The next thing Frankie Candles does is look at XRP. WTAF. Is that WTFAF? Is that like WTFAF? Is that like a thing? Like super extra WTF. Shout out to Dave Digital. Had to do it. Actually, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like over XRP at this point. I don't even look at my XRP bag ever. It's like until this thing goes to $5, I don't care. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at. Shout out to Elionics. Says, Frankie, it's Elio next. Shout out to you, bro. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to change that habit. I don't know if I'm going to ever be able to fix that. I'm so used to it. I'm so used to saying Elionics. I don't know if I'll be able to fix it. Shout out to Pearls. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, brother. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here and take a look at Doge. Let's take a quick look at Doge. We can take a look at AVAX as well. I'll just add that to my my own personal list, AVAX. But let's go ahead and take a look at Dogecoin. Sitting at about 15 cents, a.k.a. the value area low. Daily green dot looking to print. 4-hour bullish divergence confirmed right on your 786. VWAP coming down just like on everything else. I really would prefer to see how this 4-hour red dot works or plays out on everything. This is on Bitcoin. This is on just about everything with the VWAP coming down on the 4-hour. Once you get that red dot, I would really like to see how far that brings us down before looking for an entry. However, I mean, you're at your value area low of the range. This is where typically we are looking for long positions. You do have your 4-hour bullish divergence confirmed. And, I mean, this looks cleaner than Bitcoin, to be honest, right? Like, this is more what I like to see to look for a long position as you deviate below a value area low. And let me just go ahead and extend this volume profile to the right. Now, yeah, this 4-hour bull div, like money flow was in the red. Now it's coming back into the green, potentially looking for a crossover. So with the exception of this red dot on the 4-hour, could potentially see this volume profile fill back up to the value area high. Let me just go ahead and readjust this slightly. Shout out to Jay Edits. Said, can you take a look at it with, please? Shout out to you, Jay. I appreciate your super chat. And yes, actually, Rob the Crypto Snob threw that on the list, which actually means that even if I don't want to look at it, I have to look at it, or Rob the Crypto Snob will literally fire me. And yeah, that would be sad. I wouldn't want to lose my job. So shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. We have to look at WIF, and shout out to Jay Edits. You got it, brother. We got you. But let's go ahead and continue on. So honestly, like, this doesn't look horrible to me. Obviously, it's going to be tied to what Bitcoin does. I'm going to get rid of that VPVR. But to be honest, like, I'm not looking for fresh shorts down here. This is simply support. We do not look for shorts at support, right? Typically, you want to look for shorts at the value area high, not the value area low. So if I had to pick a side to, look for, if I had to pick a side long or short, I'd definitely be looking for longs down here. Just understanding that 4-hour VWAP is likely going to pull us back just a little bit before we get a move up, if that is going to happen. So, taking a look at the daily, green dot looking to print. Let's check that 90-minute money flow. Remember, guys, when you're looking at the green dots on the daily, if you have that 90-minute money flow crossover into the green at the same time as that green dot on the daily, typically that money flow crossover into the green is what we wind up seeing start the move, right? And if we have this, look at that 90-minute money flow. We've been in the red for quite some time, and we have nice rounded money flow to the upside. So if we are going to get a move from this value area low up to the value area high, which, let me change this because this POC is now sitting down here. You flip this POC to support, could start that move to the value area high. And if that is the case, I do think that 90-minute money flow crossover may be the thing to start that move. So there you go. That is what I'd be looking at on Dogecoin. But understand, just because this looks a little bit better than Bitcoin doesn't really take you out of the danger zone, right? Because if Bitcoin dumps, this is also going to dump, right? Very likely. So just keep that in mind. Shout out to Wick's wife, Fine89. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Said happy Wick's birthday and happy having too. Let's go. Shout out to Wick's wife, Fine89. And Wick, you picked the best day to have a birthday. Literally, I should have a happy birthday song button that we could just literally click. And we could sing happy birthday to you. So shout out to Wick589 and Wick's wife, Fine89. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. SA Razor said now whiff into shape. Shout out to SA Razor says shape it up, get straight, go forward, move ahead, try to detect it. It's not too late to whiff it. Whiff it good. Shout out to SA Razor, bro. Let's go. But let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Dr. Crimson's girlfriend. What's going on? We got everybody's wives and girlfriends in here. Shout out to you guys. But let's go ahead and continue on. So there we go, right? That's what I'd be looking at on Dogecoin. 90-minute money flow crossover. We could even put it here. Sometimes we notate this. 90-min money flow crossover into green, starts, move up. If we get it, right? Not saying we're definitely going to get it, but if we do, likely this 90-minute money flow crossover is going to be the thing that we look back and we say, hey, look at that 90-minute money flow crossover. What happened right after? Move to the upside. Obviously dependent on what Bitcoin does. So keep that in mind. This actually does look a bit better than Bitcoin, I'll be honest with you. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. Take a look at WIF. Actually, let me take a look at AVAX first. I'm going to knock this off my list so I don't forget. Let's see. Is this our AVAX chart? Okay, so simply put, yeah, everything is battling its value area low, right? We got to get above this blue box if you want to see a decent move to the upside. But to be honest with you guys, 90-minute money flow crossover into the green, fresh green dot, daily green dot confirmed. Yeah, that setup is not valid. Doesn't mean we can't come up, but that setup is not valid. The daily green dot has been confirmed for a couple of days, right? Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this has been confirmed for a couple of days. So that 90-minute money flow crossover is less critical in my opinion. However, if we're able to hop above this on AVAX, hop above this value area low, flip it to support. Obvious next stop is going to be the POC. Flip that to support. You're looking to go to the value area high, simply put. It's really funny. It's like, it's almost like the value areas and the volume profiles, it almost seems too good to be true. But let me just show you something really quickly, right? This is, let me pull up my face cam real quick. I'm going to pull up the premium Discord because yesterday, as I was looking at the charts later at night, literally, I mean, these are older posts, so I'm not really leaking anything special here. But if you take a look here, right, literally this was the update this was 11:25 p.m. last night, and I was just saying, like, hey, guys, simply, we give, like, a lot of updates in the premium Discord, but, slip the value area low, We were about to flip over that value area low. If we were able to flip it to support, I was saying, hey, like if we're able to hold this value area low, very likely we see a move to the value area high, which seems very, very, could it really be that easy? The volume profiles are overpowered, guys. Simply put, we wake up in the morning. This is the first screenshot I post. Right up to the value area high, right? And this is the volume profiles. This is not like this is not me saying I'm the best, right? Like, I'm not going to say we're bad, but this is like, I literally send these pictures like, yeah, I mean, like, it's very, very likely that if you hold this level, you're going to the high. And then it's like, it almost seems too good to be true. And then you just see it play out time and time and time and time and time again. And it's just like, obviously, you're never going to guess the exact price action, but simply put, you know it's likely to fill that range. It comes right up there. Like, this is the most lucrative thing to learn in trading, in my personal opinion. This is the most lucrative tool that you can possibly look at. And then you pair that with Exo charts, pair that with Market Cipher B, pair that with Lux Algo, absolutely undefeated. Absolutely undefeated. Obviously, it's a little exaggerated, right? Obviously, we get stopped out sometimes, but it's an overpowered indicator or tool. I wouldn't even consider the volume profile as an indicator as much as I would consider it a trading tool. So there you go. Lose this value area low. Very likely we come back down to this blue box at $27. But for me, I'd rather see a flip of this to support and a move up. So there you go. There is AVAX. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Dave Digital. Said, wait, how do you have 2 bags? I don't know what that means. But shout out to Dave Digital. I assume you're talking to somebody in chat. Let's see. Dave says, Doc, happy birthday to Rob and you too. Why are there so many birthdays today? It's unbelievable. Tomorrow's my birthday. Dr. Crimson's girlfriend. Is it the whole Candle Mafia's birthday this week? What is going on? My birthday's coming up too on the 27th. Come on, Mrs. Candles. Pull through with that McLaren. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Mrs. Candles. If you're watching, I may or may not want a 600 LT for my birthday. Come on. Come on, Mrs. Candles. Do it for me. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Your love is enough for me. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Mine was the 14th. Shout out to Rockstar Cola Gomez. Let's go. Shout out to you. Happy birthday. Everybody's birthday is right now. 9 blocks left until the dampening. Yo, shout out to J-Rod. What is going on, bro? Good to see you. And it's BTC's birthday as well. Yeah, today's a wild day. This whole week is wild. Important week in crypto and the Candle Mafia as far as birthdays go. J-Rod's birthday was on the 13th. Unbelievable. We got a lot of April babies in here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Maybe that's why we have an amazing community. Maybe it's because I'm an April baby, and we just absorbed all the April babies into the Candle Mafia. Fire. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. We took a look at AVAX. We took a look at Doge. Now let's take a look at WIF. See what's going on with this thing. And I mean, here's the thing. I almost never look at WIF, right? Like I think we've looked at this one time. But just look how the volume profile is respected. This volume profile was pulled all the way back here, guys. Right? Or not even. Like all the way back here. What happens? You break out, test the high, break back down below, bearish retest on the high. Well, actually, you just broke down, went right to the value area low almost. You bounced off the, you just got a little bounce here, right down to the value area low, back to the high, back to the low, back to the high. Like, this is why they are so lucrative, right? That's why I say they're lucrative, because it makes it very, very high probability that once you analyze price at the high or the low, if you're able to find those confirmations, all you need, right? You can't just blindly trade the volume profile, right? You can't just have the high, the low, and then every time price goes to the high, you short, and every time it comes to the low, you long. But if you know what confirmations to look at, which we look at more closely in the premium Discord, all you need is that little signal up here, and you already have the high probability setup of the volume profile. All you need is one little confirmation to be like very, very confident move to the downside, and vice versa, right? So it's like, even if you were to blindly trade the volume profiles, I don't recommend anybody do that. You are likely to lose all of your money if you just blindly trade support and resistance like that. But you see how well it works out. So, even if you were to blindly trade this, you'd probably get some pretty heat trades. But if you just look for those confirmations, that's why these are such high probability trades. And this is the perfect example of it, right? We haven't looked at this in months, maybe. I don't know. I guess last time we looked at this was on April Fool's. So yeah, I guess not a month, but either way, let's go ahead and start nice and fresh here, right? Because now we can simply, we could simply extend that profile and adjust it slightly. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, could be back on our way to the high here. And again, 4-hour red dot is looking to print, but your money flow doesn't look half bad as it comes back to the upside. It looks better than the money flow on Bitcoin, in my own personal opinion. Like 4-hour money flow, like I just hate how this was a little fake out because it makes it likely to come back into the red once that 4-hour red dot prints. But on whiff, you can see like we did spend a little bit more time in the red here. So with that being said, I would definitely be looking at this volume profile for context. And if you pull from the high to the low, yeah, from the high right here to the low, I would actually much rather take it from this. Yeah, so key resistance on this. I'll give you guys the key levels as things are pretty unclear right now, to be quite honest with you. And I really hate this time. I was talking to the premium Discord, like this is just like a reality of trading and a reality of analysis. Like there's just times in the market where things are unclear and like there's just nothing we can do about it, right? And the best thing to do there is not assume. Right? Like if we know that we're getting mixed signals and we know that we're in a dicey situation with all the, I call it fundamental, but with the halving, the geopolitical stuff going on right now, like with the unpredictability right now, why assume you're a genius and always right? It's likely going to lead to you absolutely draining your account and, like, why not just avoid that situation, right? And we had a very, very profitable week last week, so I'm just not in a rush to take willy-nilly trades. I want the highest probability trades. If you tune into this live stream or you're in the premium Discord, you know the quality of our setups. You know the quality of the confirmations that we look for and the reliability of them. And we just don't have those signals on the chart right now. So it's like, it's hard for me to sit on my hands too, guys, to be honest with you. Like, I hate, like, not being in trades and stuff, but it took me years to build the emotional and mental discipline to not force trades when I'm feeling bored or I feel like I really am itching to get into a trade, right? Like the market doesn't care about that, right? The market punishes that. And that's why I have no problem sitting on my hands nowadays, right? Like I'm actually feel very good not being in trades all week. If I were trading all week, I would have been very, very high anxiety, right? Because they were just very low probability setups. So anyway, I'll just give you the key levels here. You know, based off this volume profile, you know, at this point, in my opinion, you know, as long as you hold above this PLC, very likely to hit that value area high. But again, you know, you take a look at some of these higher time frames, money flow is very choppy. So simply put, if we get a move up to the high, I would definitely be looking for shorts here. And then once you decisively break out, you know, we could look for our next key level of resistance, which I will find new levels at this point because we haven't looked at this in quite some time. Pull from the high to the low. Let's take a look at those extension levels. And yeah, I mean, this zone right here does remain very important, right? Like next level, if we are going to get a bigger move up, break the highs, which very unpredictably, like I can't really call for that right now or not. But if we did break the highs, what I can say and what I can say is true is that this is going to be a likely level that you're going to hit resistance on, right? Between 553 and 605. And I'm never going to sit up here, guys. Like it is not beneficial to anybody. Right? It's not beneficial to me. It's not, I mean, maybe it would be beneficial to me as a content creator because if I say we're just going to moon, you know, more people will click the videos. That's what people want to hear. But it's not beneficial to you guys. My goal with this YouTube channel is to actually help you guys, not with my best interest first, like everybody else. It's your best interest first. I'm not going to sit here just because I know I'm going to get more clicks if I put a bunch of rocket ships on the thumbnail. I'm not going to sit here and say everything's going to the moon if I genuinely can't back that up with information. That gives that is a disservice to the mafia, which I will never do, right? Just to benefit my views a little bit. Like it is much. I am here for the long term, right? Your success and your education. If you can learn from me, and like a lot of people in the mafia, you'll see the super chats. Like, thank you. You know, I learned from you, and I was able to make money. This is what I go for, right? This is what's beneficial for everybody because the better I teach you, and the more value you get from us, which comes from me actually having your best interest in mind, right? Will make everybody want to come back, right? Like I can't just say, hey, we're going up, guys, rocket ships, and then we go down and people are like, what the heck? So, you know, I that's why I'm not comfortable calling in a certain direction right now because there's no information that is super certain to call in one direction or another, and I'm not going to do the mafia a disservice. So with that being said, these are the key levels I'd look at. If we get a move back up to this high, Could look for shorts, even on a deviation, right? You have a macro golden pocket 786 up here that you could look for your short confirmations. In my opinion, the invalidation for the rejection back into this range and a move back down to the low would be a flip of the 786 to support. Once you flip this level to support, I would look for a bigger move up to your next key level between 553 and 605. So there you go. A little bit of width. TA for the Mafia. Let's go. Let's see. Shout out to J-Rod, said, does anybody know if we ever hit the all-time high before the halving? Shout out to J-Rod. Hello, my name is Frankie Candles. I do know the answer to that question, and the answer is no. The answer is this cycle was the first time we ever broke the all-time high before the halving. So this cycle is already looking pretty, somewhat different here. So shout out to J-Rod. Good to see you in here, bro. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. That was with. Let's go ahead and take a look at Solana. I see a lot of people calling for Solana. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Bada boom. Okay. And here we are, right? Like, again, a lot of this stuff is in the same situation, right? And we were looking for longs on Solana as we were tapping on the value area low because we knew once we flipped this purple box, we'd likely get a move up to the value area high. And what happened? We flipped that purple box to support. Boom. Right up to the value area high. Then we created this smaller range. But because of us tapping this value area high, we knew that if we couldn't get back above it, it was very likely that we would return where? Right back down to the POC and the value area low, which is where we sit now, which is, again, not where we look for fresh shorts. However, it is where we look for fresh longs. And I will be honest with you, this 4-hour does not look bad. This actually looks better than any other 4-hour that we've looked at so far. Lower lows on your price action, giving you the confirmed bullish divergences with money flow coming up. To be quite honest with you guys, I was talking about on Bitcoin how we could get a move as long as we hold above the value area low. We could fill the rest of this range, right? Very plausible, right? But this money flow fake out into the red with the VWAP coming down makes it also very likely to drag that money flow back into the red, which makes it not that saucy of a setup. Technically, money flow is crossing over into the green, so technically it's a long setup, but it's just not that pretty. Now, coming back over to Solana, this actually is pretty, to be honest with you, right? This is actually what I'd like to see. And I know this is a slightly different chart, so let me clear some of these levels. I'm actually going to keep this chart because it's a little cleaner. Doorway to, this actually hasn't changed. Doorway to higher prices, this was all the way from back over here. Flip that to support. Obviously, it was the doorway to higher prices. And now we are fighting that level again. So we hold above this level. We could see a move, back up towards the value area high. And to be honest with you, with the bull divs, as we deviate below the range, higher lows on your momentum waves, money flow curving up, even with that VWAP coming down, we're not crossing into the green just yet. So if that VWAP gives us a red dot, maybe we go tap that POC one more time, money flow dips down, and then finally crosses into the green, and then that crossover into the green could be where you get the bigger move to the upside. So yeah, this actually is the cleanest 4-hour setup if we are going to fill the rest of the range. Like almost all the altcoins and Bitcoin are all sitting in the same exact situation where they're at the value area low. Like we slipped the value area low and now we're like trying for our life to cling on to this thing and get a move up. And to be honest with you, once that 4-hour red dot plays out, I think that next 4-hour green dot may be the thing that gives us the move up. Now on top of that, come up to the daily. You do have snake eyes here. Shout out to Crypto Face. Snake eyes here on the daily, double green dots. Money flow still looks pretty bearish in my own personal opinion. But yeah, I would be watching that 4-hour. That 4-hour actually does not look half bad, to be quite honest with you. All right, let's see. Shout out to Alex. Don't forget to smash that like button. J-Rod says 3-hour hidden bear div on Sol. Let's see. Bada boom. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know why. My brain does not default to hidden divergences. Hidden divergences are something that I do pay attention to, but for some reason my brain just never really sees it. But you do have higher highs and lower highs. So yeah, actually, you know what I would like to see here? Actually, I don't know if we have time to look at that. But yeah, I again, yeah, I don't know. That 4-hour does not look half bad, to be honest with you. But I would really like to see this 4-hour red dot play out. And chances are, if you are going to get that bigger move down, shout out to J-Rod, that red down on the 4-hour might be likely for that to be the thing that starts to move. But again, money flow coming up. This actually does not look half bad, I have to say. And it's the fact that we're at the value area low, right? Like, I'm not looking for shorts down here, just based off of, like, how the volume profiles work, right? Like, the shorts were to be had up here for me, right? Like, I'm not shorting, you know, or a significant lower high like this. But other than that, like, I'd be much more interested in a long position on a retrace rather than looking for a fresh short here. And it doesn't mean that we can't come down from here. It just means that, like, this is, for me, it's too late to short this, right? I like to catch the tops. But, yeah, this is definitely the range I'd be looking at on Solana. Shout out to Wick589, said chicken, rice, lettuce, sun-dried tomatoes, feta hummus, olives, pita, pickled onions, and cabbage. Shout out to Wick589. He does do this from time to time. He will just list off random food objects. We don't know why. We ask him almost every stream, hey, Wick, why do you do that? And he just says food, and we don't know why. But shout out to Wick. We appreciate it. And the streams would not be the same without your random... Is my voice really low? I don't think, yeah. My levels are almost clipping. So I cannot raise my levels anymore. If I do, I'll just distort. Let's see. That's a healthy diet. I would agree. Much healthier than my diet. Okay. Let's see. Shout out to the Salty Bitcoin. Said, what's up, Mafia? I'm late. Shout out to the Salty Bitcoin. That's okay, brother. I got your late pass. Don't you worry. You're in the clear, my friend. But let's go ahead and take a real quick look at Arrow. Bada boom, bada bing. Take a little sip of that Aztecian cactus moss water. Shout out to Dave Digital. Says, sirloin steak, 9 ounce plus, 4 eggs, over medium, 1 fresh jalapeno. And half of an avocado. Wow. Okay, you guys are literally making my mouth water right now. Why you guys got to do that to me? We still got a whole show to do, and now you're making me hungry. Wow, steak sounds really nice right now. I'm not gonna lie. I had steak last night. But anyway, let's continue on here. Okay, let's continue on. Let's go ahead and clear this. Actually, no, I'm not gonna clear all this. I'm actually going to keep this. So, for the most part here, let me see if I can, let me tighten up this volume profile. No, this volume profile is tight. Okay, so, yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I think we looked at this yesterday. Shout out to Baracoa. Shout out to you. Thank you for getting that welcome to the muscle. Thank you for getting that Frank Candles membership. I appreciate you, brother. Welcome to the Mafia. Just grab some Olive Garden. Guys, Tony D, ban anybody who talks about food in the chat because now I'm getting hungry. I'm just kidding. Don't ban anybody. Shout out to Tony D. But I am very hungry now. But let's see here. These are still our key levels, right? We just front-ran that POC, which does make me somewhat suspicious of coming back down and actually tapping it. We also have a weekly naked point of control. This pocket of support is very strong in my opinion. Or at least I should say there's a lot of confluence here. POC of the range, volume, weekly naked point of control, and the value area low. So if we were to make our way back down to this level, I will be looking for bullish confirmations before I return back up to the value area high. Front ran the level slightly. This definitely looks like a blood diamond to me. Let's see if we're right. No, I do not know how that is not a blood diamond, to be honest with you. But your, 4-hour red dot printing, maybe this 4 hour is not going to give us much of a move. But yeah, I would simply be looking at this as your volume profile. It's a little wonky, to be honest with you. It's not the cleanest profile. But yeah, that is definitely what I would be looking at. Yeah, I would much rather just come down. Let me pull a fib here real quick. I think that might be the most silence we ever had on Frankie Candles live stream. Yeah, it's very hard. This is kind of wonked out, this price action. I'm being quite honest with you guys. But I would much rather to wait to come up to the high or the low. We keep front running these levels, which is very interesting. So yeah, this is kind of like a no trade for me. I don't. There's really not much to say here, to be honest. I would just look at this volume profile. Value area high coming in at $1.85. Value area low coming in at $1.37. And again, that key zone of support, if we do dip into it, between $1.43 and $1.36. All right, let's see. 9 blocks left. Let's go. Shout out to Jonah Plainclothes. Let's get it. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Bat phone. Hang on. Shout out to Tony D. Yes, Tony D. Shout out to Tony D. Yes, you can 100% do that. I just gave Tony permission to do something very secretive. I forgot to answer you, bro. I'm sorry. I can walk 9 blocks faster than Stupid Bitcoin. Shout out to Dave Digital and Stupid Bitcoin competing for the fastest walking. Hey, I'll take anybody on a walking challenge with calves like this. Shout out to the calvening guys. I have to show some calf here. We haven't used the calf cam in forever, but I got to show some calf here for the calvening. Here we go. I'll even spank them for you a little bit. Here we go. Oh, baby. Look at those calves, baby. Let's go. Let me see those leg emojis in the chat if you like a little bit of calvening. Let's go. Hit with those calf emojis. Let's go. No, not Stupid Bitcoin. I mean, Stupid Bitcoin. Wait, hang on. Oh, I got you, Dave. It's STUPID, not STOOP. I got you. Kevin with the chicken wing. Oh my God. Look at the calves in the chat. But anyway, guys, let's continue on. Aerodome, this is definitely the range that I would be looking at. No real clear signals here, in my opinion. You're not really deviating below your volume profile with bullish divergences, so I would just watch these key levels for sure. Other than that, not a big trade here to be seen, in my personal opinion. So let's go ahead and take a look at our next altcoin, which is going to be Caspa. Oh my God, look at the calf emojis. I feel like I got to show it one more time. I think I left a handprint on this thing. Woo! There we go, baby. Anyway, I got to stop doing that. They're going to kick me off YouTube for showing too much skin. But anyway, let's take a look at Caspa. Bada boom. Can't make it up. So simply put here, guys, like just respecting the dang volume profiles. Oh, shout out to Frankie Candles for gifting 20 Frankie Candles memberships. Let's go. I don't know who that guy is, but thank you for gifting those 20 memberships. I appreciate you. Shout out to the rest of the Mafia who just got those memberships. Smash that like button. Oh, and another 5 Frankie Candles memberships. Shout out to Frankie Candles. What the heck is going on here? We're hacked, and the hackers are gifting tons of memberships. Let's go. Shout out to Tony D. But let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Okay. Bada boom. All right, so taking a look here, simply put here, guys, like look at the volume profiles once again, right? You get back into your volume profile, can't get above the high, 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 and then you finally got that nice, where was that? Where did I just see that? Was it on the daily? Yeah, that daily blood diamond, like beautiful confirmation to get that move back down to the value area low, right? You deviate from the high, go right into your Fibonacci extension levels. That I assume that's what we had marked out. Bada boom, right there, right? So these two fib levels, that was the rejection zone, came right up in there, bing, bong, right back down. Where'd we go after that? Simply put, use the volume profile as context, bounce, acceptance back into the range, bearish retest, blood diamond on the daily, bing, bong, right back down to that value area low as you would expect. So where can we go from here? Well, let's see. Again, at a very, very similar in a very similar situation as everything else, as we are kind of not fighting to stay above our volume profile, but we have gotten the move from the low to the POC, and now we're kind of lingering just above that value area low. Let me actually pull this to our current price action. Okay. So yeah, this is, let me just drag that down a tiny bit. So yeah, as long as we're able to stay above this value area low, guys, I do think you may be able to get a move back up to your value area high. However, I mean, this is kind of weird, to be honest. No bull div here. I mean, you have a slight 4-hour bull div, but like, yeah, maybe you come down and tap that value area low again, and then maybe you get another bull div. I don't know. This is a little wonk, to be honest. Yeah, this is a little bit wonked out. Let's take a look at the daily again. Yeah, green dot on the daily. I would be looking at this as your range. You've tapped your value area low, which just means the next likely place for price to go is that POC, which we've already gotten, right? You went from the low to the POC. Now we just have to get above that POC to get to the high. And to be honest, like, Yeah, money flow in the 6 hour crossing into the red, 8 hour money flow coming out, 4 hour money flow. Yeah, also coming out locally. Yeah, it's not as pretty of a setup, but these are definitely the levels I'd be looking at. If you are able to stay above your value area low, I would just look to play this range, right? If you get a shot above your POC up to the high, I mean, this is your range, right? This is what I'd be looking at for trades. But as we linger in the middle of the range, right, we're not at the low, we're not at the high, not even at the POC. This is a no trade for me. If we dipped back down here, I would be looking for longs. If we ripped up here, I'd be looking for shorts. Other than that, these are your key levels of support on CASPA. Now, taking a look at the higher time frames, green dot on the daily, yeah, likely to bring you up. But again, I mean, things are just ugly right now. It's like, yeah, I would just look at the key levels. No clear direction on this, to be quite honest with you. Just let the halving happen, or the calving. Let the calving happen, and let things play out. And that's just how I'm handling it. Shout out to Steven Diaz. Thank you for that super chat. Said, what up, gang? LFG, respect the volume profiles. Shout out to Steven Diaz. I don't know why I said that with a random accent, but shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you. And shout out to Tony D. Said 1,000 likes, and we do 25 more. What are we up to? Smash that like button, guys. What are we up to? Oh, my God, we're at 831 likes. Woo! Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for smashing that like button. 1,000 likes. And, yeah, we'll give 25 more. Let's go. Shout out to Tony D. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. 8 blocks left. Let's go. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at on CASPA. That is what I'm looking at on CASPA. I see 175 people calling for calling for ICP. Let's take a quick look at ICP, and then we got some giveaways to do, guys. We got some fire giveaways to do. So anyway, taking a look at ICP. This is not the ICP chart that I want to see. That's Coinbase chart. Let me see. What is the chart we want to see here? Not this one. Not this one. We're going to find it, guys. We'll find it. It's this one. Okay. So, okay. Well, let me go ahead and just get these fibs out. Simply, I mean, this is an old profile. But if you mark out your high, value area high, come on. Value area high, POC, value area low. Can't make it up, guys. You cannot make this up. It's like, what happens here? You bing bong around in your value area, you break out. What do you test? The previous or the upper value area high, upper previous POC, right? And then oftentimes, what do? Right? Sometimes you'll bing bong around, go test an old POC, and then get another move down, right? Like, these levels are respected. Value area low holds, breakout right to the previous POC, rejection, back into your old range. Where do you get the next big bounce from? Right from your value area low. Like, when you're trading these charts, guys, you find your value areas, you find your previous value areas from back in time, right? A little bit of an art more than a science finding these little ranges, but it is a fact that these levels are respected. Like, this is not a chance that we rejected here. We rejected here because of this previous naked point of control, right? So this is why we trade this, right? Like, simply put, did you have confirmation here to go long? Potentially. Let's see. Right? Pull up your, I mean, this doesn't look horrible either. Now, for me, this is too late to enter, right? Like, the long setup here was when everybody was scared. Remember that, right? You want to buy the fear, sell the greed. So the long position here, like, people might be thinking like, oh, we're getting a bounce, long. But for me, the long position was down here when you had price making lower lows with your momentum waves making higher lows, giving you that 4-hour bullish divergence with money flow coming up. This is where you're looking for a long position from the value area low to the POC. And once you get above that POC, you look for a move up to the high. Like, this would be that long setup right there. these setups are all over the place, right? Now, I would also be looking at other confirmations as well. You can't just long every bull div or short every bear div, but just trying to give a little context into what's happening here to give you guys an idea of what price looks like before a reversal, or what I like to see before getting into a trade looking for a reversal to happen, right? It's not just tapping support. It's not just tapping resistance. It's not just the bearish divergence. It's also money flow. It's the macro, the higher time frames. It's understanding where you are in the cycle. And obviously looking at order flow is a plus as well. I don't talk about that as much on the YouTube channel just because it's a little bit more advanced, but we cover that in the premium Discord. But yeah, like as of right now, like these are definitely the two ranges I'd be looking at, right? With this 4-hour money flow crossover into the green, like again, too late to long for me. The long was down here. But if I were holding a long, I would be looking for a move up to the value area high. This could be a take profit. And then if you get the bigger breakout, I would hold a portion of that trade looking to get accepted back into this value area low to do what? The same thing that we did down here, which would be go to the POC, flip that to support, and go to the value area high. Simply put, that's what I'm looking at. And that is on ICP. Check the 12-hour money flow coming up, 16-hour money flow coming up, and the daily looks horrible, just like everything else, which is super unfortunate because this just adds like the biggest mixed signal in here. You know, if this money flow was red, crossing into the green, I would be calling for a massive move up. But the higher time frame money flow is simply not calling for that. So let's see here. Bitcoin pulling back just a little bit. Bada boom. Yep, so here we go, right? This is exactly what I was talking about in the beginning of the stream, right? This is your key level to hold as support. But remember, why was this is like, I love that this is playing out, right? We're above the value area low, but what did I say, right? What did I say? I want to see where this 4-hour red dot brings us before looking for a long position, right? It's why I was saying I wouldn't really necessarily enter right on the flip of this support because that 4-hour red dot was about to print. Likely to not only give us another little push to the downside, but remember, somebody clip it from 5 minutes ago, not 5 minutes ago, but like an hour ago when we were looking at the beginning of the chart, beginning of the stream. I would want it to wait for this 4-hour red dot because that was likely going to push us back down and do what else specifically? Pull the money flow, which you could barely see right now, but it is happening. It was likely to pull that money flow back into the red, and we are seeing that happen right here. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but that money flow is crossing back over into the red, which is exactly why I wanted to see that 4-hour red dot to see what it could do for us. Now, in my opinion, if we can hold above this 786, we could still potentially have a chance to get back up here and go to the high. But if we start losing that 786, very likely that we're going to come down, in my opinion, to one of these lower levels. The major key levels we've been looking at for quite some time. So I'm not going to cover them in depth right now. And then looking at this, within the context of this volume profile, we simply rejected the value area high. So it kind of does make sense if we do get the bigger move down. And like I said, guys, I'm not in a rush to trade all this, right? So like, you know, just because we think it's likely to reject from this level doesn't mean that you have to take every single trade, right? It's not high probability in my opinion. So it would make sense in my opinion to come test this value area low. And like, that's why I'm waiting for the lower levels for longs. If we hold that level I just talked about, if we come down, right, and we hold this 786 golden pocket retracement and we get a move back up to the high, remember, I'm not missing the move simply because I'm holding my longs from lower. But there you go. This is why trading is not. I think there's a lot of people out there who like to see, or they're searching. They're on the hunt for that one thing. What is that thing that you look at to get into the trade? It's never that easy, right? It's never that as soon as I see a red dot, that's my signal to get in. It's always a compilation of multiple levels of confluence, right? Like a red dot oftentimes gives you a move down. But I don't just short every red dot because there's red dots that don't give you a big move, right? So that's why you use multiple levels of confluence to get into the higher probability trades. This is why you keep an eye on things like money flow, indicating the trend will continue to the downside, right? This is what once you see money flow coming out with bearish confirmations at a level of resistance, that is what lets you know that a trend is likely to continue. And those are the shorts that you want to take, right? Not just these, you know, if you were going to short, let's see. If you were to short this red dot, right? Well, I guess that's not a great example. Let's see, like the green dots, right? If you were to just long this green dot, what would have happened? You would have probably gotten chopped up in this, right? Depending on the time frame you were trading, or the time frame that you were looking to enter on. But it's the money flow, right? Like I always talk about this, guys. Like, look at this money flow crossover into the green. What happens after? A trend to the upside. So if you can find an entry into a trade, right, as money flow is coming up, that's where you want to enter the trade. That's where you get the big moves, not just, waiting for one signal to take a trade. That's not how it works, and it's never going to work like that. You're going to need multiple levels of confluence. Let's see. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Kevin, said he's wrong. It's his fault. I lost all my money. Shout out to Kevin. Let's go. Let's see. I assume you're kidding. I hope you're kidding. I assume you're kidding. I assume it's a joke. But anyway, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Have we halved yet? Not quite yet. I believe there's 8 blocks left. Confluence after confluence. Hit the like for Frankie. Shout out to Zach. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. If this, then that. Shout out to Bad Axe. It is always, shout out to Bad. Yeah, and that's why I hope Kevin is kidding. Because that is, if you are, let's go. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Bad Axe. This shows me that you guys are actually learning, right? And by the way, I do think Kevin is joking. I hope Kevin is joking. Kevin, I hope you were joking. Because yes, Bad Axe said it perfectly. The dude is never wrong because he never says one way or the other, which is not a way to protect my reputation, guys. This is the reality of trading, right? If you are not, ask anybody who actually trades, right? Not some influencer that doesn't know anything, right? And I'm not saying I'm the all-knowing guy, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. I think the difference is I admit when I don't know something, right? Like, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you guys about the intricacies of hash rate, right? Because I'm not a miner. I am not an expert. I'm also not a miner because I'm over the age of 18. But I'm not a miner, right? So I'm not going to sit up here and pretend I know exactly what's going on with all that, right? I'm not going to talk about the intricacies of hash rate or the intricacies of the halving. Obviously, we know the general idea of it. But when it comes to trading, anyone who actually knows how the market moves and any real trader is going to tell you that they don't know 100% whether the price goes up or down. Honestly, you could use that to judge the quality of the person that you're watching. If they are saying 100% we're going in this direction or this direction, run for the hills because nobody knows that. Any professional trader will tell you that, like, yeah, duh, obviously no one knows. And that's why trading is always an if this, shout out to Bad Axe, it's always an if this, then that statement, right? If this happens, we could see a move up, and nothing is ever 100%. And I always say, like, even with meme coins, if you approach any kind of investing or any kind of trading with the thought of, you said this was going to happen, you said buy this, or I don't tell anybody to buy anything, and this is why, right? Because no one knows. But if your friend tells you to buy a meme coin, this is the next meme coin, buy, and you buy it and lose all your money, that is, in fact, your fault, not your friend's fault for telling you to buy it, right? If you buy something without doing research or your own TA, even when you watch my channel, even if I were somebody who said price is 100% going to go up, if you're out there, this is not financial advice. So if you're out there and you just long because some influencer said price was 100% going up and you lose your money, that is your fault, not the influencer. Now, sure, if the influencer is telling you it's guaranteed to go up, that is definitely wrong for other reasons, but you are still the one that bought in. You are the one that took the trade. You are the one that bought in, and if you did that just based off of what someone else says, whether it's an influencer, your friend, your parents, whatever, and you do none of your own research, that is 100% your fault. You have to do your own research. The reason you see a lot of that happening in crypto and like on YouTube and stuff, a lot of the reason people point the fingers is simple. It just feels better to say you lost your money because of someone else, right? No one wants to take responsibility for losing their money, right? It's just easier, and it makes them feel better. It makes people feel better, and I know this from experience, right? I was new at this as well, right? I had done that before as well. But it's just easier, and it feels better to be like, oh, yeah, I bought this coin, but I lost all my money because this guy like didn't know what he was talking about, said to buy it, I lost all my money. But that's not the that's not the truth, right? The truth is you didn't do research, and you just bought something because someone said it, and that's on you, right? You have to make your own financial decisions. But again, I think Kevin was kidding, but I hope he was because that's not how it works. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on, guys. I think it's Gary's fault, honestly. Shout out to Jay. I would agree with that. Yo, you guys are wild. Shout out to Tony D. Said 87 more likes. Can we get a mass like going? Let's go. Shout out to Tony D. Can we do it? 928, baby. Let's go. But let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Bit Moon Boy. Shout out to you, Moon Boy. Says to the moon. I agree. Let's go. That doesn't mean bye right now, guys, because I said to the moon. Understand that. But anyway, yeah, trading is an if this, then that statement. Please understand that, guys. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Yo, Rockstar Cola says, man, every time you take a drink of your Aztecian cactus moss water, I think of the Zip Fizz incident. If you know, you know. Shout out to Rockstar. Bro, shout out to you, bro. You're an OG, man. You're an OG. That Zip Fizz incident was traumatizing. I'll never drink that stuff again. I was coughing for weeks. I inhaled that stuff into my lungs. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Yo, Assay said I dumped a massive like. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Let's go ahead and shout out to Tyler Durden. What are we doing for giveaways? We have our typical giveaways, but what is the video? Tony D, do you know the video? Let me know. Or Tyler, there we go. I believe I'm just gonna click the button. Please, for the love of God, Tyler. Hopefully this YouTube video was the giveaway video. I think it was. It was. Oh God. Another Bitcoin dump. Is this the start of something worse? Is that the video? Let me know. Tyler Durden, is that the giveaway video? If so, let's go ahead and start this. Smash that like button. We got 950. Shout out to... Yo, it's so funny. I feel like these comments get batched. I lost it. Somebody said, why is he yelling? If you know, you know. I'm a yeller. I got high energy, guys. I don't know what to say. Okay, let's see. Shout out to Press Start Gaming. Said, Frankie, I think you should not often shouting to audience. Change the attitude, please. I don't know. I think that might have been some typos in there, or maybe I think English may be your second language, potentially. But I will not change my attitude because I don't have to. So shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you, though. Thank you for the suggestion. It is funny. It's like all the new people are like, why is he yelling? Why is he yelling? Welcome to the CandleMafia. Let's go. Where people oftentimes ask me what kind of energy drink is in here, actually. Yo, shout out to Seek said, your stream, do you. Imagine I was just like, oh, yeah, sorry, press start. My bad. Okay, so anyway, guys, let's go ahead and Tyler... Did Tyler tell us if that giveaway was the right? Let's see. Tony D, is that the right link? Is the video for the giveaway? If we are quiet, Bitcoin doesn't listen. Okay, so is it the Tony D? Let me know. Is it another Bitcoin dump? Is that the video we're doing the giveaway for? Because I want to start getting that going. Okay, so let me pull up the Bitcoin. Let me pull up the comment picker. Imagine that. Imagine that. What kind of show would that be? What kind of show would that be? We need you to yell. Yeah, guys, we can't not yell. We're not going to pump Bitcoin by talking quietly. Yes, it's correct. Shh. We used to do ASMR on the live stream back in the day. And people hated it. People absolutely hated it. And that's why I yell. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here. Shout out to Tyler Durden. I'm going to rewind that. Oh, there we go. So that was the video. But let's go ahead and pull up that comment picker. Bada boom. And where are we? Is it this one? That is the old one. Why can I never find this comment picker? Boom. Okay. There we go. Pickawinner.com, baby. Sounds like a fake website, to be honest with you. It sounds like a scam. Pickawinner.com. All right. So smash that like button, guys. If you click on that, wait, hang on. Yeah, smash out. Yeah, let me get a one in chat if you guys want me to talk quietly for the rest of the stream, forever. If you want me to tone down the volume, hit me with a 1 in chat. If you want to keep the screaming up, hit me with a 2 in chat or an emoji that makes it obvious that you guys like the screaming. I don't know. 5. I'm with OM Duke. I like 5 as well. 2, 2, 9, 2. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Chat just flew up. Okay. It just wound up being a whole lot of random numbers. I see a bunch of 2s, a lot of 9s. So it seems that 2 and 9 are the most popular. I don't know what 9 means. Little Pep says ghost. Whisper the rest of the stream. Oh my God. Imagine that would, I don't know if I could do that, guys. I would fall asleep. Seek said I like the new Frank. The whisper Frank. Do you guys want me to whisper for every stream? Because if you guys don't think that I'll do that, you're sorely mistaken. That's probably more energy to whisper constantly. But anyway, let's continue on here. All right, so let's go ahead and start let's start pulling these likes or these giveaways. Copy the link. If you guys want to enter in the giveaway, I'll give you 30 seconds. Click that link that Tyler and Tony just dropped in the chat and go ahead and drop a like and a comment on that video. You got 30 seconds to do it. John Davis said, abuse me, Frankie. Woo! John Davis. Oh, baby. But anyway, click on that video, like and comment to get into the giveaways, and let's go. We got 30 seconds. Shout out to Josh, says keep it going. Love the enthusiasm. It is funny though. It's like no one ever says that, and then it's like every time I get one comment that's like, "Why is this guy scream?" It's usually when a lot of new people come in. It's always like a few people. They're like, "Is this guy always yelling this loud?" But anyway, let's continue on. Save the whispers for your only calves. Oh my God, we're gonna get banned on YouTube. Here's a little ASMR calf slap. Okay, that's the weirdest thing I've officially done on stream. The quiet tap on the calf is crazy, and I'll never do it again. Shout out to Tony D, dropping the memberships. Let's go. Anyway, here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and pop these. Let's go ahead and pop these giveaways in here. Bada boom. Here we go. Anything goes. Here we go. And Tyler, I believe it is 10. Yo, could you guys even hear that? That little like. It's the creepiest thing I've ever done on stream. I'm not going to lie. I hope my mom's not watching. Anyway. Okay, let's continue on. Drop the only calves. Shout out to Dylan. A crypto mukbang ASMR channel would be dope. We may start a vlog channel, guys. Start doing some really fun vlogs. I'm crying over here. Shout out to Elionex. Elionex? How do you say that? I have to stick with Elionics. I'm not going to lie. Yo, you guys like the ASMR calf, huh? But anyway, Tyler Dern said 10 bags. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here we go. We got 291 comments. Who's going to be the first winner? Let's go. Winner number 1, Crypto Maxi. Shout out to Crypto. Wait, Crypto Maxi, what did you say in the beginning of the stream that I was laughing at? Crypto Maxi said, he said Frankie's my number 1 chooch. Shout out to Crypto Maxi. He said I won. I don't know how you knew that, bro, but you did win. Shout out to you. We're going to send you a free bag of ADA. Hit that free Discord. You know what to do, Crypto Maxi. And from your number 1 chooch to you, my man, we're going to give you some free Cardano, which we do every single Friday here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. We give away crypto every single Friday, and give that fire today, TA, every single day, or every single weekday, I will say. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Winner number 2, who's it going to be? King Crypto. We got Crypto Maxi. We got King Crypto. He says, bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. We're going to give you a free bag of Cardano. Crypto King. I know Crypto Maxi's here, but Crypto King, are you in the house? If you are, show yourself, and then hit that free Discord. Go to the giveaway section and claim your free ADA or ADA or Cardanzo, as our boy James Kramer might say it. Winner number 3, who's it going to be? Can we get some ratchet? Yo, shout out to XRP Wins. Let's go. He said, can we get some ratchet one time?
Ayo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Let's go. Shout out to XRP Wins. We're gonna send you some free Cardano. And yeah, yo, you guys are funny. And then someone else always, I forget who it is, someone always goes, perfect. That's like another like thing in one of the songs that we play. You guys are hilarious, man. But shout out to XRP Wins. I would send you XRP, but it's going to be ADA, but you could easily just swap it for XRP. So shout out to you, bro. Go get that ADA. Go to the giveaway. Go to the free Discord. Go to the giveaway section. Claim your prize and get that ADA and convert it to XRP quick before it moons. As you know, XRP has been extremely volatile recently. Really mooning. But yeah, hopefully XRP wins. Hopefully you can do something to move XRP for me, for the love of God. But go get that XRP. And swap that ADA for your favorite coin. Let's see. Tyler, not going to lie, bro. Not going to lie. I had to check to see what number we were on. So shout out to Tyler Durden. I'd be lost without you, brother. But our next winner, which I now know is winner number 4, is the Saints. Says, bing bong. Shout out to the Saints. Thank you for supporting the channel. Leaving a nice comment, bro. Dropping a little bing bong on there. Hit that free Discord and go get your free Cardano. And then, I don't know. Maybe you like Cardano, so just leave it. If not, swap it for your favorite coin. We are literally... I don't know if we're the only, but it is, yeah, shout out to Gen Z, said it's from Smash Brothers. Yeah, they sample it. Is that Gen Z? Is it you that always says it? They sample it in one of the songs that we play here. You go, perfect. It's amazing. It's super funny. XRP Wins is young. Shout out to Dave Digital. What is that? What does that mean? Shout out to Dave Digital. XRP Wins is young. I don't know. Hey, we're teaching the youth out here. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Shout out to Saints is number 4. Winner number 5. Who's it going to be? Scooter. Shout out to Scooter. Said giveaway time. Scooter, I hope you're in here, bro, because you just won your giveaway. Yeah, we're going to send you the free crypto. Hit that free Discord, bro. Thank you for leaving a comment and smashing that like button and being subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you. Let's see. Elite Ways EZ says, did I win again? I don't know. Let's find out. We're going to find out right now. Are you winner number 6? Elite Ways. Let's go. We're rooting for you. Oh, ATA Crypto says, bing bong. Shout out to ADA Crypto. Well, ADA Crypto, I hope you like ADA. Maybe we'll call you Ada Crypto from now on. So hit that free Discord. We're going to send you some Ada. And shout out to you. I think you did spell Ada wrong there. I think it is a D. But anyway, hit that free Discord. We're going to send it to you either way. Let's go. Winner number 7. Who's it going to be? K Visual said, loving your content, Frankie. K Visual, I'm loving that you're loving the content. Thank you for being here. We love it so much that we're literally going to pay you for leaving this comment. So shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being subbed. Thank you for liking the content. And thank you for leaving the comment. I appreciate you. Go to the Discord. And I assume you're new because you said loving your content, which makes me think you're new. So hit that free Discord. Go to the giveaway section. Click I just recently won a giveaway. And we'll literally send you Cardano. Winner number 8. Who's it going to be? Shout out to Crypto Billy. I see you, brother. I see you. Shout out to Beam Trader. Said Frankie's the GOAT. Some people say that. I do make goat sounds sometimes. But anyway, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Macro Fully says winner. And I say winner. You're supposed to say chicken dinner. Macro. No? Okay. Shout out to Macro Fully. We're going to send you that free Cardano. Hit the free Discord, bro. You predicted your win here. I don't know how you did that. You must know Lucho, who used to always rig the giveaways. Chenzi says rigged. Let's go. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh God. Shout out to John or Jan says bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to you, bro. You read my mind. Let's see. This is like me like searching chat for Tyler Durden to like make sure I'm on track here. Macro is number 8, I think he said. Yep. So winner number 9. Who's it gonna be? Ace Toshi. Shout out to Ace Toshi, said LFG. And I say go to Discord, go to giveaway section, and claim your free Cardano. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for living the LFG, which obviously stands for Let Frankie Go. I don't know, let me go of what. But shout out to you, bro. Hit that free Discord. And we got one more winner. All the way. Also, by the way, guys, hats are very close to being restocked. As you guys know, we got the Yo, wait, hang on. Shout out to Dana. Yo, shout out to Dana. Hang on, I'm gonna come back to that. But our hats are going to be back in stock very, very soon. We had a big problem with inventory. We had like $1,200 of inventory just completely ruined. So we're trying to fix that, and they will be back in stock very soon, which means, number one, you'll be able to go to frankiecandlestrading.com and get some of those hats. But also, it'll mean that we can give them away again. So shout out to you guys. You might be thinking, like, how come you don't give away Frankie Candles hats anymore? Simply, we had a lot of inventory destroyed. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto. What is going on, brother? Thank you for being here. Yo, Gen Z says, I never win. Rigged. Riz. Oh, shout out to Gen Z. But let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yo, let's Frankie go. But yeah, okay, so Ace was number 9. We got one more. Winner here, but Dana says it's not your loudness. It's the difference between how low and how high you speak. When you're thinking you're lower your voice, and we amp up the volume, and then you start shouting, and our ears. Yo, shout out to Dana, or I'm sorry, not Dana, Dane. Sorry, I'm blind. Shout out to Dane. Yeah, it's people tell me when I say the word but, it scares them. Because I'll literally be like, well, anyway, this one looks bearish. But, and then that's when people jump. But anyway, let's continue on here. We got one more winner. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Fun Days. Shout out to Fun Days. Yo, is that literally like a ice cream sundae? Shout out to Fun Days. Says Professor Frankie. Fire emoji. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for leaving the comment and the fire emoji. We're going to give you some free Cardano, and then you can cash it out when ADA pumps, and you can go buy some Fun Days. Shout out to you, bro. Hit that free Discord. Go to the giveaway section. Click I recently won a prize, and we'll literally send you free Cardano. It sounds fake, but it's not. Check it out. But anyway, guys, with all that being said, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Happy Havening. Happy Cavening. And thank you all for sticking around till the end. Smash that like button. We got 1,076 likes on tonight's stream, so I do appreciate you guys endlessly. Have a great weekend. Go touch some grass. Let the charts reset, and hopefully we can get some clear signals tomorrow, get into some fire trades, and continue crushing these markets as we typically do here in the Candle Mafia. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys on Monday. Same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully we'll have an answer to what the halving did to us. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys later. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. Come on, Stream Deck. Come on. There you go. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test, now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close, I been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Welcome to Frankie Candles ASMR. And in today's live stream, I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear, because we're about to make up for all the shouting that we've ever done on this live stream. And I want to do the longest ASMR Aztecian Cactus Moss Water sip any of you guys have ever seen. So close your eyes, put on your headphones, and get ready for some Aztecian Cactus Moss Water deliciousness. That was amazing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for today's Halving episode. And I'll see you on Monday. Same place, same time, right here on Monday, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong!
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put